I'm Michelle. Hi, everybody. I'm the kids coordinator here at BCC. It's a wonderful job. I love it very, very much. Your kids are amazing, those of you who have kids. God called me, 3 years ago, to be in kids ministry. And I fought with him. So I'm going to share that story and my vision for Kids Church. I never knew what I was going to do growing up. I know some people, they say, I'm going to be a nurse, when they're really little, when they're just, 5, 6 years old. I'm going to be a nurse, and they grow up and be a nurse. Well, I never had that. God didn't say, hey, I'm giving you a vision when you're a kid, and you're going to grow up and be into that. No. So I struggled. I'm like, what does God have for me? And one day, just frustrated. I'd gone to college for a little bit, about a year, and just doing some things, and I'm like, okay, God, this isn't what you have for me. What do you want me to do? And I'm talking to Brett, because that's my husband, Brett. There's hi, Brett. He's known all along what God wants him to do. Well, kind of. God's still working on him too. But so he had this vision, and I was a little jealous. And I said, hey, God, what do you have for me? You haven't given me that vision yet. And I'm sitting there folding socks, frustrated, and folding socks, I know. And God says, you're going to be in kids ministry. And I threw down my sock and I folded, and I said, no way! There is no way! I don't know enough about the Bible. I don't know enough about you, God. I'm just a baby Christian. I don't know how to teach your kids. I don't know how to teach myself. So God told me then, and I struggled with it for years. And we went to a church, and they needed some help in the kids area. I said, well, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'll step in a little bit, I'll get my foot wet, in the water and go, okay, as long as someone's in the room with me. So I got my foot wet, and God stretched me a little bit more, and she said, the lady who was helping me said, you know what, I think you can teach a little bit. Why don't we give you the older kids? Younger kids are a little harder, but let's give you the older kids. That way, they have a little foundation, which is what we're basing our kids church off of here. They have a little bit of foundation, so why don't you start with the older kids? So I started off with the older kids, and then she said, well, the little kids need some help now too. And so I started then with the little kids, and I said, okay, God started building me up, and I felt really confident. I said, I'm going to take this over. Well, God said no. He said, you need to be a servant. And I said, okay, God, but I have this vision, and I want to get there, and I want to do that, and I'm on fire for you, and I want to teach your kids. And he said, be a servant. And so, for 2 years, God broke me of wanting to serve and wanting to be in charge of the big shot, and made me a servant. And that was hard. And now here I am. And I don't want to be in charge, but I am. That's when you know you're a leader, when you don't want it. You're like, okay, God, when I can't do it, it's all you. And so that's where I am today. Is God called me here at BCC, called our family here. Bob and Deanna were crazy enough or nice enough to let me step into Kids Church. And so that's where I'm at. And boy, God's given me a vision. He's given me a really big vision. And I know it's from him because it's too big for me to do by myself. Okay? So my vision for Kids Church is kids being safe. Okay? It's my number one priority with your children. It's for them to be safe. And not just safe and they're not going to stub their toe because that might happen. Or, they're not going to fall down because that might happen. But safe in whatever they say there. It's okay. It's okay to be shy there. It's okay for them to come into that room and be whatever they are. Okay? That's what safe is. And it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm very energetic. of my voice, and so back there it might sound a little like a chicken being rung, but I get really excited, and so do the kids. I like to bring energy to them, and that makes it fun to learn about Jesus. And that is what we are all about back there, bringing kids to Jesus. I want to plant seeds in your kids' lives. A foundation says in Luke 6:48 that the house that he built was put on firm foundation, and when the storms of life came, they were able to stand because the house was set on firm foundation. That's what we want to do with your kids, okay? With the help of you, of course. And that brings me to, I need help, okay? God gave me such a great vision that includes so many people, okay? And that's what I'm calling for. If God is putting on your heart that, hey, I love kids. If God is talking to you while you're folding a pair of socks and saying, hey, kids ministry is in your future, don't wrestle with him, okay? Don't, like Anita's, last week, okay? Don't wrestle with God. It hurts, right, Brett? It hurts, okay? If God's calling you, you can dip your toe in the water and just go, hey, you know what? I'm just going to try a little, because a little's okay. I'll take anything you've got. I will. And that's what I have today for you. And I hope that Deanna and Bob will give me a chance to get back up here and share some little nuggets of information about your wonderful children and what they can bring to this church. Because we're not just back there. It's a body. You know? So kids are part of our body. Amen. Thanks, guys.